Hi, and welcome back to domainacademy.com. My name is Joe, and I'm going to pick up from our last video where we identified these keywords that are good for investing. If you missed that, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go back and watch how we got these names. What I did was I took the filtered and unfiltered lists from Afternic. I used my AI of choice, which is Grok, just because I happen to be an X already. You can use any AI you'd like to clean those lists up and put them into a quick list. I asked it to separate it by commas and also put it one keyword per line. Makes it very easy for me to be able to clean. So what I'm going to show you is how you actually use these words to find names. You can go to expireddomains.net, which has a lot of different marketplaces in one. It also has a ton of filters, which I'll show you in just a minute, or you could just go to auctions, which I want to show you that you can't just copy and paste this list as is. We're going to need to do some cleaning, and that's why I'm making this video. Otherwise, it'd be very, very straightforward, right? Right now, we've got 484,000 names for sale on GoDaddy's auctions. So this is an unfiltered list of expired names on GoDaddy Auctions, 484,000. Keep that number in mind. So we are going to filter that out for just the good keywords. So we need to take this list, right? Here you go. Make this a little bigger so it's easier for us to look at. I'm going to take out some of these very short keywords. I think my is important. Again, this, I'm going to keep this actually on the side. What I want to do here is this. It was right next to what I needed. These are going to be at the beginning, the and my. So when we think about like my keyboard or my house, we don't think house my. We don't think house the. We think the house or the keyboard. So when we look at 2word.coms is what we're going to make this. And we're going to do starts with these two keywords. And that way we know that these keywords are in the right place and we don't have to look through everything else that has that in it. We're going to take out code. We're going to take away A. We're going to keep AI in there. Obviously, it's a big keyword. I think most of these, I don't know about on. I'm really hesitant. I'm going to take some of these out. So even though we have an unfiltered list, I am going to filter it. I'm going to take this list here back. And the reason why we want that is because when we go over to expireddomains.net, you can hover over this and it will tell you up to 30 keywords, filter with a space. So I went back to Grok with my list that's cleaned up. I asked it to give me a separated list by spaces. So it's keyword space, keyword space. So expireddomains.net works with spaces between. If you ever have any questions, you can just hover over the little tooltips and they will tell you exactly how the filters work. And now we went from 480,000 to just 80,000. It's still a lot. So we're going to have to work on different ways to filter this out. We can work on that in a new video, but I just want to show you quickly and easily how we got from the big list of keywords down to an actionable list. And from here, even if you had 80,000 names, you could start to sort based on things like bids, which it auto sorts on. And you can see some of the things that other people find as important using those keywords. And you can also sort by things like valuation. You can sort by price. If you're looking for bargains, you can look at how old the name is. And one of my favorites, how many registrations it contains. You don't want to go for a .mobi. So that's another thing that we can do to further filter this down. It's in additional filters. And what we want to do is we want to pick, I'm going to just pick com, org, and I'm going to say, we'll do that. And now let's see how many names come back from the 80,000. Now we're down to 60,000. There you go. I love this, promptforge.org. Look at this, 1 day left. I think that's a cool name, Prompt Forge. We're going to take a look at the data behind it and see if it makes any sense, but I think it's a cool name. I also like this brand coach. That's a cool name. So when we think about it, there's just a couple that already came up. And one of the things that we know is that these keywords are good keywords. And new journey, new is a keyword. AI is what's in here for cheap domains. So this domains isn't actually the keyword it's selling. And that's what I want to point out, because this brand coach is the end is in here and pro is for prompt. So prompt isn't one of the top selling keywords. So when you look at this, think pro is the keyword. So that would be more of a name that lines up with the keywords that we are actually filtering for. So take a look and make sure you check that out. I'm going to show you one last tip. This time, we're going to do it on GoDaddy Auctions, And I'm going to do that just to show you a different UI and how you can reuse this list. Now, remember, we had starts with, right? So we're going to start with the, and let's go with expiring. And I'm going to go for com since that's the one that sells the most. And now we've got a list of words that start with the. Let's sort it by estimated value. The 9, the IT girl. So you could see theater group. People like groups. That's a good. It's got 6 bids already. And the 9 has 18 bids. So you could see why. It's because that is the top selling keyword. The is the top selling keyword. So you can see where people are using it at the beginning of words like we talked about. It's coming up with words that make sense, right? The response coach, the base series. So you want to look for things that are more 2-word, and you want to look for good secondary keywords. And these keywords that we pulled out are the top selling ones. So hopefully that helps you learn how to utilize the keyword data that you see being posted on X. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends.